You should have seen how she struggled to set up that mic.
Dude, she was like fucking juggling shit, I'm telling you. Hey, Kurt!
What did I come back to?
You don't want to know.
Hello, and welcome to the Hardcore Casual Podcast. Fuck.
Why
Hello.
can't you say it plural? Why is it always singular?
I know,
Welcome
that's
to the
why I
Hardcore
stopped.
Casuals. Casual Z.
Hardcore.
No,
I'm Adrian.
No.
I'm
You
Danny.
just fumbled all over yourself. Fuck that. Start it again.
He just mumbled all over himself?
You fumbled all over yourself.
All over my
you were
own
getting
face.
towards the end and it was just like...
Hello, and welcome to the Hardcore Casuals Podcast, the podcast for the working class geek that's too hardcore to be... What's there a pirate in the background?
You didn't say casuals again.
I did
He did say casuals, but and now it's like, hello and welcome to the Hardcore Casuals.
Oh, wait. We've had everyone say it except for Dom. Dom, we need you to say it.
You
Say
started.
which? I don't know
intro.
any of it. I don't
It's
know
not
any
her
of
fault.
it. I just sit here and listen.
Neither does Adrian. It's fine.
Hello, and welcome to the Hardcore Casuals Podcast, the podcast for the working class geek that's too hardcore to be casual, but too casual to be hardcore. I'm Adrian.
I'm David.
I'm Danny.
Okay, and today we also have our special guest. Why'd you say it like that, man?
I don't think that was Danny. That was Jack Nicholson.
That was Jack Nicholson.
That was a little creepy, especially having to see your face on the video screen. The listeners are glad that they don't have to see that. Oh my God! Stop looking at me like that. Okay. Also joining us today, we have Ivy and Dom. Say hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
They're real girls.
They're not the fake girls that you get off the street. Oh gosh, it's good.
That's
We're not
fine.
even being
This is all-
paid to
This
be
is all
here.
pre-recorded.
Whoa, everybody's talking
They
at once.
stole video clips from YouTube to splice it together.
They're also not waifu pillows.
And you would know this because
He has two of them.
I have two of them.
just two.
He spoons himself with his waifu pillow.
One on each side. He's the white creamy center to his.
They call me the Oreo.
He calls the other one the reach around.
Oh dear.
I'm the cream filling. Giggity. Alright.
Oh my God, this is getting out of hand too soon. We haven't
Yep,
talked
we've
about anything
already
yet.
fallen off the rails.
I know. Well, what do you expect from us? A nice start right there. Okay, so
I don't mean to come between you ladies, or do I?
oh my God.
What's the rating on this podcast again?
Thanks for joining us. This has been the Hardcore Casuals Podcast.
Is Danny getting
One
fired this
childhood
week?
friend by myself, and joined by two ladies, one who hasn't spoken a word since we first invited her.
Oh dear God.
It's
Okay,
over. That's
so-
it. I'm gonna
alright,
go eat dinner.
Let's talk. Let's get talking about something. All right, so
Drugs.
David.
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Okay.
Dogs bad.
Yeah. All right, come on. So the thing that we were talking about before we went live, Destiny 2. You're looking forward to Destiny 2's beta?
Okay, so before we go live, I'm gonna reiterate again that Adrian fucked up our last two recordings.
Oh God,
We
I'm
had
gonna bring this up again.
fantastic content that Adrian took a huge steaming dump all over, and when we went and we were about to put it together so we could post episode 5 and 6, we realized that all of Adrian's audio was hot garbage. So now we're recording episode 7, which is actually episode 5. It's Final Fantasy numbering. That we're
George
just
Lucas
Five
got a
from
hold of a
six.
podcast. Okay, look. In my defense, you're making it sound like I purposefully ruined the
You're
audio.
sabotaging our show on purpose. We're two childhood friends.
I paid him off.
Hang on, I'm taking a picture of Adrian so I can put it on the YouTube version of the podcast.
It's just going to be your fault.
No. Look, what happened was my webcam has a mic built in, and I have, of course, the Yeti mic that we use normally for the recording. For some reason, the computer started picking up the webcam mic, and I didn't know. So by the time I heard it, I was like, "Oh God, it's too late. We already
You
did."
say for some reason, but I happen to know that reason. It's called user error. You failed.
Here's your user error, dude. Right
Is that your
there.
finger or your IQ?
Both. It's both.
Oh God, we're back in the 4th grade.
Come on, Danny. What are you?
I think we've been in the
my-
4th grade for a while now.
Okay, Danny just broke something in his house. That was great.
And he dropped all his
I
equipment.
just
and walked
spilled
away.
everything.
No, something broke. I heard something shatter.
I think it was just metal.
That was his
a cup
picadillo.
filled with. Yeah,
Oh no, not the picadillo.
It was a cup filled with like a bunch of bolts and screws and shit.
So it was metal and glass.
Okay, so like I was saying, Adrian fucked it all up. Now we're re-recording again to try to get this episode in the bag. And yeah, we're just going to take a brand new show. We're not going to rehash anything that we spoke about in the last episode and a half or 2 episodes. Because hopefully we can salvage some of that stuff. If we can, great, then you're going to have a nice extra episode to listen to. But if not, we'll just keep on rolling with our usual banter and comedic nonsense.
But David, just in case you guys fail to salvage anything from those last 2 recordings, we do need to bring the audience up to speed regarding a new nickname from one of our guests.
No, I think we're okay. We can leave that in the past.
No, we can, I don't think we can.
So, Dom, our lovely Canadian guest, was asked whether or not she won what power she wanted from a video game series. And she aptly
It
described...
was which special attack?
And in no other terms than she
No
wanted to
hesitation?
have Kirby's sucking ability.
She had no hesitation. It was just sucking. She just said sucking with such gusto. And then fell back on the Kirby thing, and of course.
But it's okay. She's now hereby known as Kirby.
She's Kirby. So when we start, if you hear us call her Kirby, now you know why.
You should
'Cause
just
she wants
change
to
your
suck
PSN
like
name
him.
to Kirby.
You
You don't have to worry about the penetrator anymore.
So yeah, she decided to like sucking and call herself Kirby. And we went over Spider-Man. We did a few things. We talked to Yvette about something or another. I don't even know what we were talking about.
God damn.
The patriarchy and the misogyny in video games. And all
It
that.
wasn't-
Generations of gaming.
Generations of
misogyny in
gaming. Yeah, that's true. I don't remember.
Bunch of stuff.
I don't know. You know what they say about guys when
Such
women are
content.
talking? It's true.
I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's your fault, Adrian. It's totally your fault.
Oh God. I hate
So yeah, we went over all those cool topics. It would have been a lot of fun to listen to, and hopefully we can fix it. If we can't, then let's just get the show on the road. Continue, Adrian. Host us. Be our savior.
No. My
Lead
audio
us to the
sucks.
promised land. Pack me
Lead us on
safely
a
into
journey,
a car
Adrian.
seat and drive me to the wonderful land of
To Valhalla.
podcast bliss.
Wait,
Tiny
here's a
and chrome.
segue. To space.
Get out.
That one sucked.
That was a good segue.
Kirby.
Way to go, Kirby.
To space.
Well, she has her superpower. She's sucking. Oh, I'm a bad person.
You only realize
But
that
you're
now?
good at being bad.
I know. I'm gonna add that to my fact on the website. Genuinely a bad person. Dom, we were gonna discuss Destiny 2. The beta came out. You played it. I played it. Danny played it. Ivy's on PC. Adrian's on PC also. So, what were your thoughts on Destiny 2? Like, what did you think about it?
Thought it was good. I think I agree with most opinions that the supers recharged too slow. Grenades didn't do enough damage and took way too long to recharge as well. But I thought it was still Destiny and still fun.
You felt like it was a good follow-up, or you didn't think enough changed to make it feel like a sequel?
I don't, like, from what I've played so far, it doesn't really feel like enough of a sequel. Like, it still
Yeah.
feels like very just Destiny. I mean,
Yeah, it
definitely a
kinda feels to me-
1.5.
Yeah, it kind of feels to me the same way. Like, if we just went from Destiny to another expansion after Rise of Iron, it doesn't feel like... It just feels like Destiny with a bunch of balancing tweaks. It doesn't feel like a proper sequel that we just finally abandoned the old generation and went totally next gen, current gen. I don't know. I was just kind of left a little wanting of it.
Yeah,
Danny, your
wanting
thoughts?
some more.
It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. At least the beta, everything seems like it's Destiny. I was literally not expecting anything different, except obviously a different story. It looks like, from what Luke Smith said, we had no idea what the hell we were doing the first time around. It looks like now they're getting a decent story and they're fleshing it out, and so far it looks meaty enough.
Are you prepared for the same shit again, where it's go to orbit,
That's my
go
problem.
to the screen, and then choose your destination, and then do the fucking same strike for the 80th time all over again, and just be in the same circle jerk. I feel like they didn't change enough to really make you feel like, I guess because we didn't get a social space where we can actually see the interaction of the open world. Because the three of us, just to put it out there, we decided to kind of try to break the game. So we played the beta and we started to explore. In that strike, it gives you a pretty open area. And we started going all over the place to see how far we could take it, where we can go, and what we could do. And we found that almost every single section that you wanted to explore had an invisible wall on it. On the ceiling, across the corner, it was everywhere. So it's like they give you this open world that you can't really explore. It's not that open. Then again, it's a strike, so maybe it's cut down from what that zone actually is. But that's not what we were all expecting. We were still well, at least I was still expecting the E3 announcement of Destiny 1. Where
Dude, those are pipe dreams. You keep fucking
I know,
going back
but
to that and
it's like...
man.
That was pipe dreams because they were trying to make it for the old generation. But now that we're fully next gen, they could have done that, and they didn't. So, it makes me angry. Luke Smith, I'm angry
What about,
with you.
do you guys feel that it would have been better if it was just DLC and for them not to have come out with a second, like a sequel until they had new content or new mechanics to play with?
There are new mechanics, like different supers and stuff, but I probably feel like I wouldn't be as upset with it if they did just call this Destiny 1, the next, like, Destiny, the
next
the
iteration.
Cabal attack, and it's the next expansion.
This could have comfortably been their second Taken King.
Yeah, I would have been happy with it like that, but to call it Destiny 2, I don't feel like enough has changed. They had room here to abandon all the things that sucked about Destiny, which was going to orbit. That shit blows. And yet, they brought it back in the exact same manner. So
Well, the only thing about going to orbit now is that you don't necessarily have to you don't have to go to orbit first. You can do everything from wherever you are. You just click and hold the touchpad, and it brings up the directory, and you can choose your destination from there. So if you needed to go to a patrol zone,
you go straight from one place to the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to orbit in between destinations like it was before.
Which is why I used to tell you people, hey, are you here? All right, just stay there. I'm just going to teleport to you. They basically took that mechanic and made it a thing.
What do you mean by you people? The fuck does that mean?
What? You, Cuban, and over here, Kirby. Who else am I talking about?
She's looking extra Kirby right now, actually.
She's got that Kirby look.
It's not fair. I always have a bit of a red face. Especially when I'm out in the sun.
Should I change your little graphic on the website?
No, you do that, and I will come over there. I will climb through the screen
like the ring?
and strangle you.
She fucking Samara
I'm gonna see a
Morgan her
well.
ass.
I'm gonna see a well and a lady brushing her hair in a mirror, and
She'll
suddenly
just
Dom's gonna come out of my
suck
screen.
you through the screen.
Oh God! Look, Dom. Even your female comrade has just thrown you under the bus.
Great.
You have no allies.
Hey, Danny,
True
I
to
need a
Canada,
new
you
streaming
have no
buddy.
allies.
No!
First-
Don't abandon me. We haven't even streamed together yet.
First, Lexi abandons you. Now Yvette.
Alexia hasn't exactly abandoned me.
They're two
She didn't exactly
independent
help either.
solo female gamers. Oh God, that was bad. We all frown on your actions, Ivy.
Me!
It's your fault.
That's what I get for jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm even going to pre-order it or what we're going to do about it because it's still, I'm not feeling it. I feel like Destiny 1 burnt me out so hard that Destiny 2 is just not doing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, spending every single week running the frickin' raid 3 times.
Yeah.
Just week after week after week, and sometimes it would take an hour, and sometimes it would take 5.
And it seems
sometimes
like,
it was-
the way that they have it now, especially with that strike from the beta, strikes are a little bit closer to what raids were with their extra mechanics and everything. So unless you're with your actual team, people that you know how to communicate with, you're probably going to end up in pugs that are just going to be getting smashed left and right. And it will be 2 hours to get through a simple strike, and you're just going to be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was not disappointed because everything I was expecting I actually got. So, I don't know. It just depends on the story, what the content's going to be when it finally does release, is the story actually going to be worth it, or is it going to be another another Destiny 1 with obscure characters that no one knows about and were never explained?
All right, so I know you guys were talking about Destiny.
Yeah, so we're done talking about Destiny. You can move on to the next subject.
Well, you were talking about. I fell out of the loop. Catch me up.
You didn't play Destiny, and you don't have any desire to play Destiny. What do I have to
might
catch you up on?
I might.
You're never going to play
Well, look,
Destiny.
I told you before we were talking about is it worth right now me getting a PS4?
And yes,
well,
it
look,
is.
let me put it to you this way: in August, their Destiny 2 is releasing their beta for PC. You can play it there and see how it feels.
Oh, great! So
Because maybe for you, since you're seeing it and playing it fresh, you're not going to experience any of the stuff that we experienced.
Yeah, we've
the
already
thing is,
put
when I
1,000
saw-
hours into one.
Yeah, there's no 3 years of.
basically better tasting in front of them. Yeah.
When you play, you're not going to have like the 3 years of all the hours that we put into the game, into Destiny
Yeah.
1. So maybe you'll look at it and be like, holy crap, this is actually pretty cool.
The thing is, when I see you guys play it, I'm just kind of like, it's another first-person shooter. It looks the same.
But see, that's the thing. This is another first-person shooter, but it's just the way that they made it. It just everything feels so comfortable and convenient. I guess. I mean, it's the only reason why David kept coming back and yelling at his TV whenever shit didn't go well. Or whenever
That's
he
a
would-
normal day at David's house.
or whenever he would run out and
True
just start
story.
shooting into the wall and nobody died, and when he swears that they were right there.
That's because I was paying $20 a month for internet, and I had the crappy internet. And I chose to stick with that and not have to spend what you guys are spending to have good internet. Because I don't care. I'd rather shoot at the wall when there's no one there, because it's not worth spending an extra $50 a month.
Well, I'm spending that extra money on the internet, and I'm not getting it because it just crashed on me. And it wasn't my shit that did it.
I'm currently watching the trailer for Steven Spielberg's video game movie.
Oh, Ready Player
was it
One.
Ready Player One.
Ready
Yeah.
Player One.
All together now.
Ready Player One.
Player Ready One.
Get out.
One Ready Player.
King Illegal Force. Oh man.
Why?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I mean, Spielberg's.
Holy CG Batman.
Yeah.
It's
Did you
so
hear that
CG.
they're gonna reboot Terminator and they're gonna bring 3 movies?
Yeah, I kind of heard that they were rebooting it and somehow Schwarzenegger was involved. I don't know how.
No way, in a Terminator movie.
Yeah.
You know, an old, wrinkly.
Which begs the question: what exactly are they rebooting, and what the hell did we get in the last movie? Wasn't that a reboot? I mean,
I know, like how many Terminator reboots? have
it
there been?
literally started with the exact same frames, with the exact same scene as the original one.
Yeah, the last one, because it's supposed to go back to that time.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. They should just that's it. Stop beating the dead horse. Terminator 2 was the best one. Everything else sucked. Déjalo solo.
Han Solo?
That's the
Is that what you
segue
said?
into the Han Solo movie talk.
That's a segue.
I thought you said Han Solo, so
I
we might
said
as well
leave it-
talk
I
about
said-
the Han Solo.
I said,
movie.
I said leave it alone, but in
I
Spanish.
actually understood. Yeah, I actually heard "déjalo solo." So
I heard Han Solo because I'm watching the trailer at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, are you?
So segue time to Han Solo.
Yeah, they should maybe just leave that movie solo. But boom. But thanks, Ivy, for the slight chuckle.
Boo.
No, that's a pity chuckle.
The-
That's
the pity chuckle.
There's
the pity chuckle.
all over her face right now. She's wondering why she's wasting her time right now. She's like, why the fuck did I rush home to deal
She
with
rushed
this?
home in traffic and rain.
These fucking
this.
shitheads.
This is what you're getting yourself into, Ivy. Do you still
Yep.
want to?
I'm well aware.
What is that
Oh,
red thing behind you?
Yeah.
That
Oh, I know what
that
it is.
is
I'm not
the
gonna say it.
huh?
I know exactly what that is, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, it's a playmat for X-wing.
Twister.
What? No.
For X-Men?
Yeah, for X-wing.
Oh, X-Wing.
Yeah, the miniatures game.
Ah.
So you sit in your room and you play with Star Wars figurines?
Among other things,
Maybe.
yes.
Among other things.
So you go, you-
Kirby,
you-
care to elaborate?
No, for
I
me,
think she's turning
X-Wing
off.
is the 1995 space combat sim, and will always be. That's the only X-Wing game there is.
No, sir, I did not see you playing with your dolls again.
Well, knock next time.
Oh, Spaceballs.
So is that what
great.
you and Gabe do? Just play with dolls in your little playmat?
Actually, I don't really play X-Wing. I got out of it pretty early on because I suck at dice rolling. Dice hate me. So, this was before they started getting into the meta of dice mitigation and all that other crap that makes the dice not really matter. But I got out of it before then. So.
This sounds incredibly hardcore. Tell me
Yeah,
more.
this is too hardcore.
No. He's the one that's super into it and has like all these different lists and buys all the ships and goes to all the tournaments and stuff. I don't. I have nothing to contribute on that subject.
There's tournaments?
Yeah, X-Wing tournaments.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
look, there's Overwatch.
All 7
tournaments,
people
why not?
worldwide come to one spot. And they roll their dice.
They actually had, I guess, their version of like.
There's only 3 of them. You're guaranteed a bronze medal by going to a tournament.
You get
There's
a bronze
more than
X-Wing.
that.
Yeah, there's 5.
Shh! God, stop revealing all the secrets, Dom.
She's one.
I
of
think
them.
she's just trying to get you back for your comment.
She,
In her Canadian nice manner.
She'll
Ha,
apologize
take this.
afterwards. I'm sorry.
You're right. That was
So, yeah.
uncalled for. I'm really sorry.
Sorry.
There
She's
you go,
very
a Canadian apology. I love it. So yes, the Han Solo movie. They confirmed what's his name, the actor from that
Harrison
actor played
Ford.
Darth Vader. No, not Harrison Ford.
what?
Harrison Ford played Darth Vader?
No,
I'm so confused!
Spencer Wilding joins the cast for the Han Solo movie. So now we're gonna have freaking "Don't Choke on Your Aspirations" Vader in the Han Solo movie.
Why did you remind me of that? I had almost forgotten. Why did you remind me?
Because
He's
it's-
getting back at you for the shit comment now. This is an episode about revenge, clearly.
Oh my god.
I think
You
David
just
needs a
used
moment.
shitty memories on me, and it was super effective. I'm gonna faint.
Oh man.
Oh god.
I don't want to. Disney needs to stop with these movies. This was
And
a
it's
big
the
mistake.
turn. It's the turn he did. Don't jerk on your aspirations. It's like what? Oh god, Darth Vader.
And the
no.
way he had his little
his
choke
hand with the
his little choke
with the-
hand His
with
little,
the,
like a
the
C.
choke hand.
This is a C.
Choke hand TM.
Oh god. That
Oh
movie was
fuck
terrible.
off. Oh fuck off. A Star Wars story. No, that was a shit story.
No, that's what
You
just happened in my
liked it.
bathroom.
You liked it.
No,
That
I'm
movie
a
needed
freaking
Kyle
Star Wars
Katarn.
fan, and
That's
I
what that
hated it.
fucking movie needed. Kyle fucking Katarn. He's the one that stole the X-wing, not the X-wing. The
He
Death
stole the
Star
X-wing.
plans.
by himself.
The truth comes out, David. You have little
truth
miniatures,
comes
little
out.
dolls you play with in the back there.
Imperial spy.
Actually, I let him use my dolls.
I
yeah,
have dolls.
exactly.
I have.
No, oh god, not again. Not again.
You can't play with them. I'm not talking about Zelda right now.
Why did Disney fuck that up? Kyle
Because that's a
Katarn's
great
awesome.
story. Cal Katarn has an amazing story. From all the way from when he sold the Death Star plans, all the way to becomes like Luke's right hand man in the new Jedi Order, and they
shat on
They just shat on it all, man. Freaking
Yep.
Disney.
It's kind of like BioWare with the indoctrination theory. They just shat on it.
No, but this is more so because Disney's still making a shitload of money. Now there's gonna be a Star Wars movie every fucking year, and they're all gonna fucking suck. And like being a Star Wars fan is not what it used to be. Now it's cool.
Well, this
to be a
next
Star Wars
one,
fan.
might be okay. The next one might be okay.
The Han Solo movie?
No. The proper
and
sequel.
Yeah, the proper sequel.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least Force Awakens was good. I mean,
The Force Awakens, I don't know. No, it was okay.
Yeah.
It pisses me off that it was an entire rewrite of the first movie.
Well, that's the argument everybody's been making, and yeah, it goes off those same themes.
It's
Like,
not really an argument because they legitimately said this was intentional. We actually
Yeah.
did this on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and I don't like that.
It doesn't like you.
I know. That's why.
Hopefully they bring us something more original for the next one, or maybe I wouldn't even mind a darker new Empire Strikes Back, because I loved Empire.
Yeah. No, the only one that's truly sucked has been Rogue One. Speaking of sucking, what do you have to input, Dom?
I have never seen a Star Wars movie, so nothing.
Oh,
She's
my
too
God.
young. She's too young for that.
Three
I know.
childhood
She's too
friends
young
and
for
only
that.
one woman are part of
it.
this podcast.
Like,
She's
I
too
don't
young
know you
for that.
anymore.
No.
like
I don't even
wow.
know you anymore.
She's too young.
Everybody here's
It's not even
reacting.
an age
I'm like
thing, it's
frozen
just
in
like,
shock.
She's
well,
too
Danny
young.
knows
No, no,
that.
she's too
I-
young.
Do you at least
haven't
like
seen-
Star Trek? Sometimes you're one or the other.
Should I just
Oh
leave
my
now,
God, she
or-
doesn't even know what Star Trek is.
I know what
I'm
Star
telling you,
Trek
she's
is.
too
I
young.
don't.
She's too young.
Okay, I
That's
never
it.
used to
She's-
like space
she's a
things, so
baby.
I never watched that. Like I avoided all that stuff.
Says the person that's been playing Mass Effect and Destiny.
Yeah, okay,
She
that
doesn't
like I
space
said, like
things.
literally Destiny was like the first
You do
thing
know
in
that, like,
space that
if
ever
it wasn't
got
for
me.
Star Trek, you wouldn't have any of those games. All that stuff is. In fact, there's lots of Star Trek references in Mass Effect. Like if you count them, this is it's
Captain
green.
Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
Actually, he's a background character. He's on the Citadel.
And it's his favorite spot on the Citadel.
It's his favorite spot on the city.
My name is
But
Captain
it's-
Jean-Luc Picard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Engage.
Number one.
Engage. Do you remember when the Engage came out? The little handheld thing, and everyone was putting the
Yeah.
memes to Engage with Picard? Oh, those were good times.
Now,
The
did you
fucking
see?
Engage.
Did you see that one couple that actually the
married?
guys they got married? Yeah, and he put their hands together and he goes engaged. Like that's it. You can't beat that.
Oh, God.
Every other wedding proposal fails.
That's far too hardcore.
That is awesome. What are you talking about? Because
Dumb,
Jean-Luc Picard
dumb.
and Professor X freaking
Dom,
engaged you
I
guys.
want you to sign off right now. I want you to sign off right now and go watch Star Wars and start from A New Hope. Then, right after you're done with that, watch Empire Strikes Back. And then when you're done with that, I want you to watch Return of the Jedi. When you're done with that, I want you to watch all of the Clone Wars, the entire series on Netflix. I want you to watch all of it. And then after that, I want you to go to Force Awakens.
Wait,
then
wait,
you can
you're
shit on
gonna make
everything
her-
else.
And
you're
then
gonna make
fuck
her watch
everything
Clone
else.
Wars?
Clone Wars?
You like Clone Wars?
Clone Wars, the Disney show?
Yeah.
The CG is cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Hey, you actually
makes
liked
it makes the prequels feel a lot better than the shit that they were.
I would
It's-
agree with that, but I think they started adding a lot of superfluous stuff, like bringing
They
back
did.
Darth Maul and
But Darth Maul is cool. They're trying to salvage how cool Darth Maul is from the prequels.
Yeah, I saw it as a money grab. Like everybody liked Darth Maul when he came out. Let's bring him back so we can make more money off of him.
It could be considered a money grab, but come on, Darth Maul is cool. He needs to have a heyday.
Yeah, he needed. That's what their movie failed. Like you have such a very cool, interesting character just visually. Like oh my gosh, you got this new character, an Iridonian, Sith with a freaking dual lightsaber, and he has no backstory. Like it's shitty storytelling 101. So I could see why you would want to bring it back just to give him the character more depth because he needed it.
Okay,
But-
now speaking of Star Wars, explain to me why Darth Maul gets cut in half by a lightsaber, but Obi-Wan Kenobi disappears from a lightsaber. Explain this to me.
because he just joined the Force.
You don't just join the Force.
Instantaneously.
You don't just join the Force. The Force has applications.
When you reach the level of Jedi that he is, yes, he just joined the Force.
So is there a level higher than Jedi Master? Because Luke hasn't joined the Force yet.
It's being an eternal ghost Jedi
He's a
and
ghost
talking
Jedi.
to people's heads. Yeah, and be like, Luke, use the
Is
Force.
this like
and go to
Wu-Tang
Dagobah."
Clan? He's a ghost Jedi?
Jedi killer, ghost face Jedi killer.
Wu-Tang Clan for the count.
Oh no, shut up, Danny.
It all makes sense now.
What do you think about the implication that the title for the new movie, implies?
The Force Awakens. The
What are
Last
the
Jedi.
implications
No,
of
the Last Jedi.
of what the title implies?
As in, they're going to get rid of the Jedi.
No, it's supposed to be a continuation. It's The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. That's actually a theory. That's actually out there. That people are saying that all the main movies, the subtitles are going to link together. So it's The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and the next one's going to have something that matches it as well.
Saves the day.
Maybe. Star Wars Episode
Lame.
9 saves the day. I think it's going to be Episode
Galaxy.
9, We Print Money.
Thanks for all. So long, and thanks for all the cash.
Seriously.
The Order Strikes Back.
And did you guys hear about what Disney's doing? And I think they're going to do it in Orlando and in in the
China.
Disneyland in California.
California.
The fully immersive Star Wars hotel, like the moment you get in, you become a Star Wars character. They gave you Star Wars clothes, and like everything is like happening around you. Like God forbid, Sith Lords attack and your mom dies while you're on vacation.
I can dig it. That sounds.
It's
pretty
only
cool.
$1,000 a night.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's
what, interactive theater? Like, do they have actors going
The
about?
whole-
Like,
yeah, there's actors everywhere. Like the whole thing is an 100% as they're advertising it, a 100% immersive experience where things are happening all around you, and it's not like, well, it's scripted, but like every day it's different. It doesn't repeat. So it's like real life in like a Star Wars in the Star Wars world, and you're given a
God.
Star Wars like name and Star Wars clothes, and you could choose to interact, and they'll interact with you, or just be a background character, and it all happens around you.
That sounds dreadful.
it sounds
think
like
it's an
someone's
interesting
gonna
idea.
get a lightsaber and start wailing the shit out of random people. That's what that sounds
Why
like.
not? That sounds
I would bring my lightsabers and be like, react to this.
That
Wait,
sounds
you don't do that
fucking
now?
dreadful. all I picture are like these fucking people with their shorts and their Crocs
Wow.
walking around and being like, the force, I force push you. Oh,
And you have successfully ruined the image for me.
exactly.
And a bunch of kids.
Because that's whenever I go to Disney, that's what I see. It's like,
I think they're gonna make the price point like high enough to weed out certain people.
And you're
There's
saying
no
they
weeding
wouldn't
out.
save
Certain
up for
People-
that?
What kind of people, Adrian? What kind of certain people are you talking about?
don't get me wrong, I have no problem with those kinds of people. I have no problem with that if it's Comic-Con or wherever, because everyone has their own likes and they want to enjoy that atmosphere. What I have a problem with is if you're paying Boku bucks to be a member or a part of this atmosphere, this world that's supposed to be crafted around you, and then you've got people next to you that are there in cargo shorts and Crocs because they're going to the park and they're not paying attention. That's not the same to me. That feels like it totally devalues the experience. It's not the same as when you're walking through Islands of Adventure as opposed to walking that by yourself or with a dedicated crew of people that are actually going to be LARPing it to an extent. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I mean, this is all just preliminary, and they just introduced the idea. But from what they
I
made
veto it.
sound
That's
like,
it. It's over. Fuck it.
Okay.
Veto.
David's shutting it down.
All right, that's
I've
it.
spoken.
As soon as this podcast goes live, that's it. It's shut down.
It's done.
Disney's gonna be like, oh crap. David
I'm
said
emailing Walt Disney right now. He's going to get it in his cryo
Emailing
chamber
Mr. Disney
underneath
himself.
the Magic Kingdom.
no. Okay, his floating frozen head.
To me, it sounds like a combination between like the murder mystery theater, like dinner show type of thing, with some of the interactive elements from like the Harry Potter world, where they have actors that you were chosen by this wand, and here by this wand, and now you can interact with different parts of the park with the wand or whatever. And
Buy?
and
love
yes,
that
of
thing.
course, Disney makes you buy stuff. Shocker.
Give it to me. It chose me. Give it to me
It
for
chose
free.
me.
Exactly. Yeah.
It chose me
It's not going to
freely.
choose anybody else. This is dead.
Hey.
This is dead merchandise. No one else is going to take
Harry
it. It chose
Potter
me.
still had to pay
It
for his
asked for me.
gear.
Yeah, but his parents left him freaking crazy amounts of what's it
And
called?
I'm sure there's, kids that
Gil.
have parents with
I almost said Gil. I almost said
They
Gil.
left them a lot of gill. A lot of rupees.
Harry Potter money. That's what they got. That's what they left him.
But back to the Star Wars thing. From what I read from the article, it seems that like it's going to be crafted that like if you're going to go to this hotel, you are participating. Like it's not. I'm going to come in here in my sandals and my Crocs and my shorts. No, if you're going to come to this hotel, you are voluntarily
You're wearing
being part of
robes.
this. No, yeah, they give you clothes. Like you have to wear these clothes. You got to wear your Star Wars clothes and da 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 da.
Everyone's bathrobe is a Jedi robe.
Yes.
I think the idea.
I want that for
gotta
real
agree-
life.
Like I agree with Ivy. Like it sounds like it could be an interesting thing, and it might be a fun thing if you could afford it to do with the family and have a different type of vacation where you could actually pretend, okay, now we really are in a Star Wars movie or story or whatever right now.
I don't know.
I know
It
you
just-
don't like it.
Nah, it's like I like the idea of it, but I know how other people would ruin it. And that's
You just think that yeah, and which I can understand. I would be pissed off if I spent $2,000 to take my kids to pretend to be their X-wing pilots and freaking these people take shit on the experience.
it's like think about the Star Trek VR thing. where you can be the captain of your own
Oh,
bridge.
the bridge. Oh yeah.
And you've got other people with you. How cool is it if you can coordinate that to be natural, where you're commanding your own ship with your bridge, people are playing Klingons on the other side of the game, and they're on their own bridge, and then everybody's coordinating that together, and then they're all playing it in that role play.
Oh my god, I would love
But
that.
people aren't going to do that. They're going to be like, "The fuck is wrong with you, noob? Why didn't you click this thing? Why didn't you do that? Why don't you phase this motherfucker?" It's like, press it. Are you a pussy? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then it gets like
That's where you
that,
gotta
and
play
you're
with
like,
friends,
You
though.
did not release the external journal clampers. Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
That's where you got to play with friends, though. Something like that, you can't just play with a
Yeah.
pug team because that's gonna automatically pull you out of the experience.
But how do you do that when you have no friends?
I don't know.
That's-
You're
I
asking the
don't
wrong
know.
person.
What are friends?
None of us have friends.
What is it
We
like
How
to
do we
have
do
friends?
these things?
we all just met.
We are 3 childhood strangers.
We are forever alone.
We are all forever alone. What's happened to?
I don't know. I'm looking for. I mean, that's not going to be ready for a couple of years. But, you know,
I think it was
by then-
2019.
Yeah, by then I'll maybe have a kid or two.
Dynamite
Um,
drop in, dumb.
That's all
Dynamite.
I have. That's all I have for Star Wars.
That's
still
all
can't
she
believe you
knows
haven't
about
seen
Star
it.
Wars.
That's it.
When the park is going to be built.
Speaking about the parks, and I know this is kind of localizing events to our neck of the woods down here in Florida, but they're getting rid of the Dragon Challenge, the Dueling Dragons in Islands of Adventure.
Are you
Wasn't
serious?
that Harry
Yeah, they're
Potter?
Yeah, they
they're
already
getting
switched
rid of
that to Harry Potter ride like a while back.
Yeah, but now they're getting rid of it. So the Dragon Challenge, those 2 roller coasters, they're demolishing it to add something else.
I'm glad
sucks.
because I'm convinced that ride gave me back problems.
You're
I love that
pansy.
ride. That ride was
I
fun.
love
I
that
loved
ride.
it too, but I think it gave me back problems.
You're a
And the thing
pansy.
is, it's so sad to see how that ride has de-evolved, because when it first came out, it would always-
De-evolved.
devolved, has sucked. Experience has gone down because at first the thing that made that ride so cool was that they would launch both coasters at the same time, and then you go to that one point where you're charging each other, and then you go to that loop, and then because I think there was an accident or an injury, they never did it anymore. So it kind of like took away what made that roller coaster unique.
Yeah, it's like you would approach the other people and then you would do a turn at the same time and you're both about to reach each other, and that's when you would spit at them and you would
Yeah.
flick them off. And I don't know, was I the only one that did that?
Oh no, I spat gum at
so,
that point.
but then again, on your list is gonna say not a good person. Remember?
No, I did spit gum once.
True story. Well, Adrian's not a good person either because I distinctly recall him we were at a mall and he was like on the 2nd floor and he's like, "Hey guys, watch this. I'm going to spit on someone walking underneath us." And he spat off
Holy
the
shit.
crosswalk
That was in like
onto people.
2001.
I don't even
No, it
remember
was worse
that.
than that. I think it was like 1990 something.
I think you're thinking about that scene from the Weird Science movie, man. You got me confused with
No.
freaking,
I remember this. We
No,
were in
Danny
Sun-
was there too.
I remember this. I remember the we were
We're
in-
How do
3
we
childhood
remember this?
friends.
Exactly. I remember this. This
was
is when
it
you
Sunset
guys
Place?
didn't know. This is before you guys knew each other.
Where was
We didn't know each other, but I remember because we didn't know each other.
I don't remember this shit.
I was trying to bring you guys together. You guys didn't actually click until like 2006 or some shit.
No, we clicked.
No,
You
we
just
clicked
weren't there.
earlier
You
than that.
guys hated each other for a
Alright.
significant amount of time.
We hated each other for like what, a year.
Yeah,
Nah, man. I had to keep you guys whenever
I still
we-
hate this guy.
yeah. Nothing's
Okay.
changed. It's just that.
Yeah, I was just the best man at your fucking wedding. I hate you
I'm
too,
one
bastard.
childhood friend.
I take back everything I said in that speech.
I'm single player for life.
Bitches. Shit. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
remember
we're gonna
that.
do that too.
What?
Good call.
Spit off bridges?
No, it's that Ivy likes to send us messages while we're talking and then try to bring things up and be like, "Hey guys, so whatever." Instead of just bringing it up in the middle of the show, you could have interrupted us and just said, "Hey,
No,
remember we're gonna
with,
do Mystery
with
Science
what
Theater."
fucking segue exactly, Mr. King of
You don't need to
Segways.
segue that shit. You got to remember, you're a
Jeez.
girl.
I didn't
So
even see
when
that.
girls speak, everyone's gonna be like, "What?" It's not just 3 guys talking shit.
Well, yeah, I know. Come on. It's supposed to be 3 guys and 2 girls talking shit.
Speaking of talking shit, when are we gonna do that special episode where we're going to Mystery Science Theater a movie?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
there you
man.
Segue.
Well, the plan is that the way I have my house set up, it's pretty easy to set up a camera behind the couch and a camera to one of our sides. So we were thinking about doing it here, and then It's just a matter of availability. I don't know when Dom could catch a flight to Florida.
Yeah,
Or maybe you wanna drive from
tomorrow,
I
Canada?
know.
you know.
We'll make her one of our robot friends and just have like a laptop with her face on it while she watches it.
Oh my gosh, like that
Jeez.
episode, what was it? In How I Met
Dom
Your
is really good at riding horses. She might be able to ride one from Canada to Miami.
Mother in record time.
Just get it up to 88 miles an hour. You might have seen Star Wars.
I've never seen a flux capacitor on a horse before.
Jumping gigawatts.
Have you watched Back to the Future, Dom?
The Western fucking. Oh god.
Do you want to know the answer to that?
Okay, fine. Then Dom, what is that in our sense of the term geeky? What is the geekiest movie you've seen?
That's a tough question.
That's
though.
a weird
like,
question to ask. I don't know what's considered
Well,
like
no,
geeky
okay, like
movie.
you haven't seen like Star Wars, Star Trek, Back to the Future, like these.
You brought up
know.
Weird Science. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, Weird Science is an old show though.
No, it was a
An old
movie,
and then
and
it was
then
a
they
show.
made a show on USA.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a
it's
badass
Val
movie, and
Kilmer.
it was a badass show.
I
Val
loved
Kilmer
the
was in
show.
that shit.
The show was
Somewhere, I don't know if my brother has it or I do, but we have a couple of VHS. We used to like VHS record those things, those episodes.
that was a really
Was it
good
Vanessa?
show.
Vanessa Angel was a hot Lisa.
Hell yes. Hell yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, Dom, you got to give us one.
I
Give
don't
us
know.
something.
I
you
mean,
say
what,
16
like the
16
Marvel
candles.
movies, I guess. I don't know.
No, it has to be classic. Something that was made
Something
like
a
in the 70s or
classic?
80s. The
Princess
Goonies?
Bride?
good
Yes.
Goonies, yeah.
Oh, she's seen
You watched
Princess Bride.
Oh, she's seen Princess Bride. Okay, that's because there's a horse in it.
Is there?
Probably.
I don't know. I didn't really like
The horse
movie,
is not
so-
the main
Well,
part of the fucking story.
Well, wait. Have you seen Neverending Story?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Good.
you're a
We're good.
liar.
We're good.
You're
We're
a
good.
filthy liar. I
did
don't
you
believe
cry?
that one bit.
I have. Like,
you
but
cry
it was
with
when I was
Artax?
pretty young. Yeah, I cry in, like, all movies, so yeah.
I hated when Artax died, man. I would like fast forward to that part when I was a kid.
I just watched the trailer again and I was like, this is so fucking hokey and I love it.
Neverending Story?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, man. Come on. It was
Oh,
great.
the worst thing I did
That
for
and
myself
Labyrinth?
was I saw on YouTube where they actually tell you what the name that he shouts at the end, because I could never understand it. Every time I would watch the movie, I'm like, what is that name that he's shouting at the end? And
It's
then
his
like I
mother's
looked
name,
it
but
up
they
on
never say
YouTube and it
what it
ruined
is.
it for me. It's something ridiculous
God.
like Moonbeam
Martha.
or some
It's
shit.
his mom's name?
No, it's not.
Moonbeam.
It's something ridiculous like
He
like
had a hippie mother.
Oh,
'Cause
God,
that
now I have
dad
to
did
look
not
it
look
up.
like he was into hippies.
Excelsior?
it was just so stupid and I wish I never looked it up and now I'm looking it up again.
Oh, Moonbeam. Oh, that would totally kill it for me.
That sounds like a
Bastion was
Hearthstone
a
card.
hippie
Moonbeam. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on you.
It's not very effective.
What did Pokemon say when it wasn't very effective? That's it? It would just say
Yeah,
it wasn't very
Yeah,
effective?
It wasn't
not very effective.
Oh, it's
Oh,
super
okay, so
effective.
Dom knows about fucking
I
Pokemon.
grew up with fucking Pokemon.
Oh, it was Moonchild, not Moonbeam. I'm sorry, Moonchild.
Whoa, Dom. You grew up fucking Pokemon?
Holy
Wait a
crap.
second. Now the Kirby thing makes sense.
Oh God. Wait, where were we going before we got sidetracked?
I don't know how we ended up sidetracked on talking about what Dom has seen or not.
I know.
What were we talking about?
I'm trying to remember
If
Star
only we had
Wars?
callers.
because then Danny's just brought up a random thing like where I don't even remember.
No.
I spit off a
We were
balcony.
talking about Mystery Science Theater.
Oh no,
you
I
can't
brought
have my
that up.
tater tots.
I brought that up separately, and I didn't want to bring it up as part of the podcast because we have to plan it.
That's okay. It's part of the podcast. Everyone can
Tell
look
the
forward
people that we're
to us
gonna be
Mystery
doing
Science
this soon.
Theater.
Well, you know what?
Theater-
It's now a part
theatering.
of the podcast.
All right, awesome.
Actually,
Okay.
we probably shouldn't even be
GG,
calling it
ID,
Mystery
GG.
Science Theater because that sounds kind of like we're ripping it off. But we're kinda.
People have ripped it off
Well, we're
already.
totally ripping it off.
We're gonna watch a crappy movie.
They
and
weren't the
rip it.
We're gonna
first
watch a
people
crappy
in the
movie, yeah.
world to sit down, watch a movie, and heckle the shit out of it. They're just the first one to
Yeah,
make
so
money
that's
off of it.
basically what Ivy's trying to bring up is that Danny has had no desire to watch Suicide Squad because Danny's a hardcore DC fanboy, and he hates everything that DC has done with their characters. I'm a hardcore film critic. When I watch a bad movie, I shit on it as bad as Adrian after Chicken Kitchen. So
True.
that's what our plan is. Our plan is to watch a movie that we can all heckle. And Danny, since he's the most uncomfortable with Suicide Squad, we decided to make our first viewing Suicide Squad. I've seen half of it. I don't think anybody else has watched it.
I've seen
Or
it.
Nope.
I've
you
seen
saw
it.
it? Ivy, have you watched it?
Yep.
So then
My condolences.
two have watched it. I've watched half of it. Danny hasn't watched any of it.
And
so
Dom
it's just
hasn't
gonna
seen anything.
Yeah,
I
Dom doesn't
keep
even know
up
what we're talking
now,
about.
but I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna go out of my way to watch Suicide Squad.
You chose wisely.
If you guys want to stick around, well, you've got to go. You've got to work out.
Yeah.
No, what I was actually going to bring up was that Ivy had brought up in the when we were previously talking about how generations of kids are growing up with like different gaming habits and everything. It just got me thinking about how it just made me think about the different generations coming up, and now how, especially now, that female gamers are becoming more and more prevalent in the gaming atmosphere. So, as a guy who plays, where do you guys fall in? Where is it still awkward? Is it getting better dealing with the chauvinism and the bullshit that happens in gaming, and just guys not taking you for granted, like all that kind of stuff? How does that feel for you?
I mean, I've been playing games since I was a little kid, and I've gone through all the different stages. Like, the worst of it was Halo and Halo 2, playing online, and, you know, you try to work as a team sometimes, or, you know, you just happen to have a good game, and you say something on the mic, and inevitably there come the shouts of, oh, are you a little boy? Oh my god, a girl? Do you have a boyfriend? And just, oh my god, girls game. Like, just every typical thing you can possibly think of, I've heard. But now playing Overwatch, you know, I'm on the mic, and it doesn't faze anybody to hear a girl playing video games anymore.
I think that's also because it's because it's Blizzard also. I think that's because you're in BattleNet, and Blizzard is, I feel like their games are more wide open, more widespread. I kind of wonder, going back to, well, you're saying Overwatch, but I mean like other first-person shooters. I feel
I
like
played Call of Duty as well. Yeah, no, I played Call of Duty.
Is it the same? Is it better?
I mean,
because I feel like that would have more vitriol than Overwatch.
I mean, they do, but I usually play with other people that I know, so that kind of nips it in the bud a little bit. I don't know if I were to play single player and just talk on the mic to see what other people would say. I don't know if it would be any different.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Dom?
There are a lot of women that have had issues with Overwatch, though. I have not. I'm probably bad to ask this question for, because I've only started gaming online recently, and I honestly haven't run into any issues for the most part. Like, I've played with a bunch of guys, they've all been super chill. I mean, yeah, you get into it occasionally, and it has happened where people have had stronger, like, I guess, where they misconstrue the relationship or whatever. But honestly, like, I haven't had any other issues with, like, sexism or name-calling or anything. So, I'm probably the exception rather than the rule, though.
It depends on how they would approach me. If it's kind of like that, you know, superiority, like, oh my god, there's a girl playing, but I'll give you the time of day and talk to you about, like, no. If you approach me like a regular person and you're just friendly, yeah, I'll talk to you, I'll friend you. In fact, I mean, we didn't meet through a game, but we did meet online. My best friend that I've known for like 15 years, we met online and eventually met in real life and have become friends. So it's not that out of this world to say that you can meet people online. It happens all the time, and now there's all these different apps and stuff about it. It just depends on how you approach it.
No, that's good. I like hearing the perspective and offering insight, because there's a lot of people, especially guys in gaming, that have that wrong mentality about females and women and everything. And they want to have that mindset of, they're thinking like porn, where it's like the girl's just got to bow down to what the guy says, and that's it. Shut up and take it. And that's the wrong mentality, and it's something that I'd like to shed light on, because, like you said, it's about the approach. Some guys can just get good.
Dark Souls, bitch.
I don't. You guys know me. I'm more of a single player guy, and the only time I've ever played online, it will be like some sort of MMO where there's a more cohesiveness about it. Like in like my experience on Final Fantasy online and even WoW, like we don't really get that whole chauvinistic thing with the women. In fact, most of the women playing those games, female avatars, are actually guys, anyways.
I think RPGs are different
so-
in general with MMOs.
But is it really that prevalent, the chauvinism, or is it blown out of proportion? Because sometimes I'll read these articles like on Reddit Gaming, it's like, oh my god, the chauvinism, women being mistreated online. And I'm like, is it that prevalent?
It used to be.
I think it's because a lot of us have grown up too. It's that Xbox generation was really bad because it was a lot of tweens that were.
Yeah, I think it was an issue. I don't think.
Yeah, like I said, like back in the
still an
Halo
issue.
2 days, it was bad. It was really bad, and it was constant. But I think also now they have a lot of different chat options where you could just take yourself out of the team group chat if you don't want to. I mean, it makes the gameplay suffer because you can't really communicate and work as a team. But sometimes it's preferable than to like be
Deal with
subject,
the
to be
unsavories.
subjected to that. But
There's enough video proof out there.
But I do think nowadays it's not that much of an issue. At least I haven't encountered it a lot recently.
Yeah, that it's good to hear because I've always been curious about that, and especially Dom playing with us on the PS4 and everything, and the way that Danny talks to Dom, I'm like, how the fuck does she even stay playing with us or
talk to her the
joining
same
him?
You do the same thing. So.
No, I don't. I say, Dom, stop saying it's not your fault. It's your fault. But you go ape shit on her. And you're like, Dom, you fucking... And I'm like, holy crap.
She likes the abuse.
Maybe.
She likes the abuse. No, there's actual video footage of you going, Dom, what the fuck was that?
Was that when Dom blocked me from jumping off the mountain in GTA?
No, that's one of them.
Oh,
We
that
were
was
about
funny,
to
though.
finish the fucking mission.
That was one of them.
We're about to finish the fucking mission, and then Dom stops right
And-
at the front of the thing, bumps into me, and makes me trip off the mountain and die. And,
And
we
then
failed
you
the mission.
jumped into my parachute, and your parachute broke.
But you were
And
cursing
that
at her
also.
because she played poorly, not because she's a girl. See, like I
Yeah.
would respect that. If I fucked up, I fucked up. Tell me I fucked up, but
But then Dom says,
just don't bring gender into it.
Yeah, because I get yelled at if it's not my fault anyways. I just get
I
yelled
mean-
at
I mean,
all
You're
the
the scapegoat.
As far back as the gold run in Mass Effect.
oh yeah. It's like when we dive out of an airplane simultaneously, I don't expect you to pop your parachute when I'm right next to you, which makes me fall out of the
didn't see you
sky
there.
and die.
I ragdoll comically to your death.
Well, thanks for joining us. This has been the Hardcore Casuals Podcast. We're three childhood friends and two great guests whose motto is just good enough. We're hardcore about a variety of topics, but too casual to be experts at any of them. Be sure to join us next time on this journey of mediocrity. I'm David.
I'm Danny.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Ivy.
I'm Dawn.
Until next time. Thanks for joining us. This has been the Hardcore Casuals Podcast.
No,
This
no,
is an
no, that's too
ASMR
sultry.
experience. Click, click, click. We're three childhood friends and two girls whose motto is
Oh my
just
God,
good enough.
why?
Man, that was perfect. That was fucking perfect. That was fucking-
Yay, we got girls on the show.
Guys,
Hercules, 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 Hercules. Are we ready? Do girls do you understand your instructions?
Talk down to them more.
Do you understand
You
what I'm fucking
understand how to
saying?
use words.
I'm thinking of
Your
several
female
right now.
brains allow you to do this.
It's just gonna be like, we're three childhood friends. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Are you waving down an airplane? What the hell is that?
He's playing charades. He's saying it's one word. Sounds like
One word.
headset. Headset coming off. He's standing up. He's taking his pants off.
No, Adrian, no one wants to see that. Oh dear God, no. The horror. The horror.
Holy mother... Wait.
Great, now this footage is unusable too.
It's so hairy. It's more hair than skin. Well, thanks for joining us. The description of this episode is going to be just a whole lot of shit. Okay, so. Thanks for joining us.
So natural.
I've never seen a flux capacitor on a horse before.
I desire to finish. Place cock and ass.